say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty use it.
Coach, the weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's the second year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Allen running the option to the left. And an alley to run. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb, because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Out to the left, it's complete to Daxon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Allen now on 1st down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
At the 47-yard line.
Just set. 19. Alert. 59. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Mike, check. 59.
After the interception, here's Watson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. He finds Ross. Right side, it's complete. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
2nd down and goal. Watson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, they come up on 3rd and goal from the 18.
59 Mike. Check.
Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
And a little spin cycle, room to run now. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big pickup of 38.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now this time, Allen will throw. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Mike's 56. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for... The only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Watson. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They'll try the right side this time, here with Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Now Gordon on first down. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running right. It's a handoff to Gordon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
55. Yeah, let's get that ball. Yeah, let's get that ball right here. Check, 55, come on. Check, 55.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Now this time he'll lift to throw. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Rex Burkhead. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Here's Watson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Allen now looks to throw. A deep ball for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
This is fielded at the 7. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They're set. 19. 19-4. 59. Quick dad. 24. Check 24. He's checking. Crap.
On first down, Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. So that throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Lutz puts this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Watson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Let's go. Lucky. 54 is Mike.
To throw is Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is brought in at the 21. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
You're set. You're 18. March by 4. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
From the 31, Watson going deep downfield for Ross. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
54, right there.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
What we got? Right there. 54 miles.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You ready? Whip.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. 55. Check 31. No.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
You better be afraid of me. 54. Tighten up. SOS.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Watson now to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Watson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down, Rams.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
We own it. We own it. Off 52. Hey, Hayward. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Allen. He completes it to Julio Jones. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Here's a give to Smith. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively.
Brings up second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Alert!
On second and 12, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 21 yards there on third down.
And the Rams first down.
Mike, right there in the middle, 55.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check 24, check 24. Slam. Check. Shoot. Gun. Shoot. Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, Gordon able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
56. Hey, team 6. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Danny. 5 wide. Hey, high 7.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Mike. 319. Check 55. Mike. Banjo.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
And it's third down.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he is in for the two. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Watson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Set. 19. Single slot.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it. That's
a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't the one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, they'd be up in the 300s right now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.